Hey everyone, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your daily reading. This is going to be for May 30th. Whew, alright, so setup's a little different today. I only have a tarot deck out because I wasn't really feeling any of the oracles today, or tonight I should say. And there's actually a bunch of aspects that are going on today, most of them lunar. I actually kind of want to skip the two lunars. Mostly because there's two aspects that I think are a little more interesting and I think will have a little more impact. One of them, Venus is going to be in a sextile to Neptune. So sextiles, we love sextiles. Always super easy, super helpful energies. This particular sextile really is going to be dealing with, it's funny that it's called a sextile because this particular aspect going to be dealing with a lot of sexual feelings, your own personal sensual nature. It's definitely going to be boosting that sensual, also caring side of you. This is going to be a great time for romantic encounters, especially passionate ones. So it could be meeting someone new. This could also be exploring and expressing yourself more openly and deeply within a committed relationship. Again, we're talking about Venus, goddess of love, goddess of sex, pleasure. So lots of pleasure seeking going on, especially with this inspired fantasy world that Neptune is creating. You may get a little, let's say, experimental. You may try some new things, explore some new fantasies. All good things, all in the pursuit of happiness. So go for it, play, have fun, enjoy. We also have Mercury in an opposition to Jupiter. Normally oppositions aren't the greatest. It's kind of like those two energies that sit across from each other. And they don't really know how to help each other, but they see each other. There's really no negative aspect when Jupiter is involved. Jupiter is always trying to bring us gifts and expand us. So this particular aspect, with Mercury, probably could be bringing you a lot of new ideas, a lot of really big ideas, especially ones that are a little bit more social and about your social life and connecting with people. I will say the thing with this rune, again, Jupiter, expansive, always trying to give you more. It may be giving you a little too many ideas, if that's going to resonate. You may just, you have an idea for that, and then this, and then that, and then you could do it this way, or that way, or that way, and then we could also do this, and we could call this person, they could do that, and then they could do that, and then we'll bring this together, and then way too much. So if you really find success, if you want to find success with this rune, it's going to be all about simplifying, choosing the top 5 ideas and putting your energy into those versus putting your ideas into, or your energy into all 500 ideas. You have to be a little discerning and choose the ones that are most relevant, key, make the biggest impact, whatever your criteria is. If you want to find success, you're going to have to simplify this list because there's going to be so much coming at you with this aspect, all right? The other aspects are all pretty common ones that we talk about a lot. Moon is in a sextile to Mercury, so also, feeling really good and getting connected, heart and mind, super, super bound. I think there's a square to Saturn, which again just makes things feel hard. It makes things feel real struggle bussy, but it's bigger. It feels bigger than it is. You just kind of have to muscle through that one. The moon is in a trine to Jupiter, so this is great, supporting, helpful. It is a trine, so it's not as opportunistic as the sextile. You're going to have to be aware of this one to really take advantage of it. And I think the moon is also in a square to Pluto, if I remember correctly. I hope I am. I'm pretty sure I am. And that can make you a little moody, so definitely something to be aware of. I wanted to talk about our rune today because this is kind of the reason why I really just wanted to focus on those two other aspects, especially Venus sextile Neptune. Berkana, a lot of times Berkana does bring a lot of relationship things to question. And we did get Berkana in reverse. We got the blank side today. But I do think relationships, and this could be romantic, intimate relationships, it may also be family and friends. Especially Berkana does usually speak to family ties, but it can be anything. It could even be relationships at work. With this rune coming up in reverse, there's two things I want to point out. One, definitely relationships, so that's why I want to talk about the Venus aspect, because if that has been a factor in your relationship, or it's something that you guys thrive on, this is a great time to take it to another level and build that connection. Along with relationships, kind of on the other side of that coin, this rune in reverse can sometimes speak to, you know, you really needing to be the mediator in possibly a family dispute, could be a dispute between coworkers, but there could be some, you know, warring factions going on that you kind of need to help settle and you need to help bring peace to. You could even be getting manipulated by one or, you know, both of these factions. That also isn't healthy. So again, some focus there to help bring all of that to an end. There's also an idea, so Berkana is a symbol, it is a symbol of a, you know, earth goddess, but it's also the symbol of the birch tree, which is the first tree that grew back after the Ice Age. This rune in reverse, because of that kind of aspect of the rune's meaning, sometimes can speak to, how do I want to put this? You know, choosing to start anew and try something different instead of persevering and continuing on a goal, and, you know, just pushing when things get hard. You know, just kind of abandoning the hard task for the easier one. I would definitely advise against that if that is relating to you, especially considering the runes that we've talked about. You're going to get inspired. You're going to get a whole burst of new ideas. You have that square with Saturn, you know, that just makes things feel harder, you know, but it does that to get you to toughen up. It gets you to dig up that inner fire, that inner strength. So there's a lot of energies kind of pushing us and working on us to make us stronger, to get us more, to get us out there, to express ourselves, to build deeper connections, you know, to strengthen weak ones, you know. So there's a lot of that going on. So I just wanted to bring all of that to your awareness, so it's something that you can keep focus on, especially with these aspects. The first two I started about, you're really going to feel those effects kind of into the weekend, so they're going to be around for a little while. So great for the Venus and Neptune. That sextile going to be great to hang on to that for a couple days. the Mercury and Jupiter, that opposition, again, use this time. Think of all those creative ideas you can, but the thing is not acting on all of them. You got to pick the top 5, pick the best ones. Those are the ones you want to work with. All right. Okay. And like I said, for some reason none of the oracle decks were speaking to me, so we're just doing good old tarot, which may be helpful because this is going to give us a little more time. We can do a little longer spread with this. Oh, why you gotta run away? Oh, interesting. Where'd that baby go? There you are. I see you down there. Got it. Ooh. Look at us dealing with all the things. All right. Today's going to be interesting. All right, so we'll just go in order. So 5 of Cups, sadness, loss, mourning, feeling like something has left. I was going to say left you behind. Interesting, possibly feeling like you've missed an opportunity, or an opportunity has been lost, wasted. Something has passed you by. This is almost like you watching it leave. You know, so sad, come back. No, I still need you. And it doesn't have to be a person. I'm talking as if it's a person, but it could be a job, could be an event, something. But it feels like we're crying over a missed opportunity. And the thing I always talk about with the 5 of Cups, yes, there are some spilled cups down here in the corner. If you would stop being so sad and so focused on those spilled cups, you'll notice there's 2 perfectly good ones hanging out right here. They're literally right behind you. Turn around. Oh my God, look, there's more wine. You know, don't be sad. You have the Moon card, so big stuff here. Moon card is all about secrets, half understandings, things kept in the dark, possibly in shadow. They're only half illuminated. So there's some things you don't know. There's also something kind of animalistic. You know, this card can talk about some natural cycles. Obviously, the moon controls the tides, you know, but then there's lunacy, how the moon affects people's emotions and their behaviors, that instinctual call of the wild almost. You know, I keep thinking of the phrase dog eat dog, and you know, there's literally 2 dogs right here. Right at the feet of the moon, of this priestess. But I'm getting this phrase like dog eat dog, because I feel like whatever left, if this is an opportunity, like, for example, let's say this is a job, you know, it's a dog eat dog world. Like, yes, you may have missed this opportunity. Someone maybe got the job instead of you, you know. So yes, that can hurt. Like, that's, you know, I get it. It's not fun, you know, but again, it's nature. Like, it's not personal, it has nothing to do with you. Doesn't mean you weren't qualified. It's just the way this time it happened, you know. And you have 7 of Cups, so you could be feeling confused about why this happened, you know. It should have been me, it could have been me, it shouldn't be them, you know, it could be anyone, why them, like, why not me? So I feel like there's definitely some confusion here, and that has you feeling trapped with this 8 of Swords, feeling stuck. Am I ever going to get out of this spot? And again, I'm just using this narrative of a job. This could be manifesting differently for all of you. Again, this is just an example. This is a general reading, so you're going to have to take it how it resonates. But if this is resonating, you'll know exactly what it is I'm talking about. But I do feel like there's just this feeling of entrapment because you've seen some opportunity leave or go to someone else, and you're like, is it? And honestly, this could be the second or third time this has happened. I don't feel like this is the first time this type of situation's happened, which is why you feel trapped to it. Like, is this just going to repeat over and over again? Am I never going to get the job? Am I never going to get the girl? Am I never going to, you know, buy the house? Whatever it is. These came out real fast. Oh. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, this is good. So, again, this feels like this mental loop that we're going to keep playing with. And again, there's things we don't fully understand about it yet. We're confused about why and feeling trapped because we keep feeling this hurt. We keep feeling this pain again and again and again. God, even as I say that bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups, heartbreak. Yes, so you definitely have felt this pain before. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Whoever this reading is for, I'm sorry. But this is exciting stuff. So you have Princess of Cups and you have the Strength card. So Strength card is the Leo card. Moon is the Pisces card. So you could be one of those signs. You could be working with someone or working with or partnered with someone of one of those signs. You know, that may be really who we're connecting with right now. These 2 cards coming out, technically they came out in that order. Princess of Cups. So Princesses always speaks to newness. But this, to me, is a very spiritual card. Well, I mean, it is a very spiritual card, but that's what I'm getting the energy of. Really connecting with Spirit. I feel like there's some soul searching that needs to go on for you. Finding this inner strength. And again, the Strength card isn't about pushing and fighting harder. Oh, okay, I need to do better in the next interview. I need to score higher grades. I need to be stronger. I need to be more handsome. I need, you know, all of those things. That's not what this card is about. The Strength card is that inner will and inner fire inside of you that allows you to accomplish your goals. You don't have to defeat anyone to get there. Literally, all your obstacles just fall before you. You have the strength inside of you. And I think some of this confusion and some of this fear and anger, resentment, whatever these feelings are, I think a lot of that has been clouded. With this card, you know, with the Princess of Cups card coming up, I do think there's a need to reconnect with Spirit. There is a need to kind of reconnect with your spiritual nature. I don't know, Spirit, I don't know why you showed me that, and I don't know what to do with that. Alright, but I promise you guys honesty. If it comes up, I'm going to say it. So for some reason, and this is because I totally thought of our aspect right before I thought it, so interesting. As I talk about this spiritual nature and having to connect with Spirit and connect to the divine, for some reason they wanted to tell me you can connect through sex. Again, I thought of that Venus aspect, but it could also just be this raw animal nature It could be the need to reconnect with your instincts, to reconnect with your own natural vibe, not having to, think in a modern way or, work in this, corporate mindset, whatever it is. But it could just be reconnecting to that instinctual part of yourself. You may have been cut off from that, or you personally could have cut off from that because that's not how people behave. That's not how I'm going to accomplish this. That's a lot, Spirit. Calm down. Okay, we'll take those. But, see, I lost track. You got me all excited. But yes, there could just be this need just to get back to like your carnal, instinctual roots. And again, a lot of it, and this came up with a couple of the sign readings, but the need to kind of get out of your body, or get out of your head and back into your body. Part of that may be through sex. I'm just going to throw it out there. Just saying. And if you don't have a partner, you can totally do it yourself. Take care of your physical needs. That's all I'm saying. All right. Spirit, I'm going to need you to tell me something more than this. So we've got the Two of Swords. So again, feeling at an impasse, not knowing where to go, what to do. Queen of Pentacles. This is also a card of taking care of your own personal needs. Yes, it deals with, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating right? Are you being active? Are you feeling good? Are you in pain? But, we were talking about physical needs when this card came out. So again, connecting with your body. And look what comes after that, Ace of Pentacles. This is abundance. And again, this abundance can come in many forms. It doesn't have to be money. It could be emotional. It could be spiritual. This is just a new beginning and abundance wherever you need it. It's interesting. You have 2 cups here. You have 2 swords here. You have Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Energy is all over the place. All over the place. I almost want to just focus on these 2 majors. This animal call and this inner will. I think this is the biggest part of the reading. These are the heavy hitters. This is what we need to connect to. Your natural instinct and your natural drive. And I'm using the word natural specifically. Like, legit, I'm using natural specifically. Because this is about, here, you know what? We're going to move these. We're going to move these up here so you can look at them. But we need to get back in connection with this part of ourselves. Because I feel like a lot of us have been trying to play the game, following someone else's rules, how we think it should be playing out, versus really what we know to do and playing to our own strengths. We've been trying to play someone else's game. And you know what? Especially if this is work. Maybe this is work for a lot of you. That's why I keep coming back to this example. But I get it. Sometimes you got to play by the company's rules. You got to play by, what the big wigs want. I get that. Honestly, I would say if it's this hard, that's probably not the place for you. Or if you really want to stick it out, but they're not noticing you, make yourself known. Do things differently. Live by your values. If you're being forced to do something you don't agree with or doesn't feel right, or you just can't function that way, there may be a reason behind that. This, I think, is really it's almost like getting your mojo back. Almost like you keep trying to play a game by someone else's rules, but guess what? That's not how you're supposed to play the game. Be yourself. Be authentic. Just be you. We need to reconnect to you. Especially in a spiritual nature. Get out of your head. Stop thinking with someone else's mind. Get out of your head and get back into your own body. Okay, Spirit, can I get an outcome card? and then we'll wrap. Oh, look how perfectly that fell on the Queen of Pentacles. That's insane. It's like right in line with it. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Look at that with the alchemical marriage going on. Fusing all these elements to create gold. I feel like that's fusing this game with your own natural instincts to create success, create the dream. And again, it fell right on the Queen of Pentacles. All about, you know, your own nourishment. Oh my God. Look at that. 8 of Cups and 4 of Swords. Resting your mind and leaving behind what exhausted you. What didn't feel right. What spiritually was blocking you. There's definitely, oh my God, there's definitely a need to reconnect to spirit or with your spiritual nature. Finding some balance. It could be meditation for some of you. It could be, for some of you, it could even be walking outside, getting out into nature. That could be a big way for you to do that. But there's a connection to spirit or your higher self, your faith, whatever you want to. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. We're going to come back to that in just a second. But I feel like there's a connection there that has been weakened or ignored or not utilized to its fullest potential. And I think tapping back into that is going to help a lot, if not all of you. And at least, at the very least, what it's going to help, it's going to get you unstuck. It's going to get past these blocks. It's going to dispel some of this confusion. And it's also going to move you past this pain. Because once you can push through all of that, once you can let all of that go, look what you're left with. Spirituality. Drive. Illumination and understanding of these dark secrets. Health and wellness. And abundance. And you do that by tapping in to these energies. Spiritually walking away from that which does not serve you, that kept you pained, kept you struggling. And quieting and resting the mind, recovering. You've been playing someone else's game and it's wearing you out. You need to walk away from it. Get back to this and play by your own rules. You gotta play by your own rules over here. Very interesting. Just to humor me, let's go through the bottom. So you already know about Temperance. Prince of Swords. So seeking knowledge, understanding, acting. This is a very action-oriented card. Hierophant, another card of spirituality. For those of you who go to church. Oh, side note, I'm going to come back to that. For those of you, thank you, Hierophant, for popping up. I was going to say, granted, I'm not necessarily Christian. I definitely am spiritual in nature, obvi, but, I don't necessarily apply to any certain religion. I do think today is fabulous, so happy Ascension Day. I mostly just like it because of the name. I think we're all entitled to Ascension, right? But this is, the 14th day, I think, after Easter. So it celebrates literally Christ's ascension into heaven. But, look at all these spiritual cards we're getting literally on Ascension Day. So I do think there's something to that. Here is a day where we can connect to spirit, connect to our higher power, our higher selves, the divine, again, whatever you want to call it up. Christ consciousness, like whatever works for you, whatever you personally believe in, it's all beautiful. I think today is a day where really you want to focus on spirit and your own divinity and your connection to this mightier power. All right? It could even be just handing over more trust there. I think there's some of you, and again, I don't think this message applies to anyone. It does feel kind of, I don't want to say specific, but it feels a little targeted. I don't know how many people are going to resonate exactly with today's readings. And if you do, I'm glad, I love it. I want to give you guys back control and give you, the power to make better choices and healthier choices and ones that bring you fulfillment and contentment and nourish yourselves. All of that is good. So anything you glean from this reading, I'm super grateful for that. But fundamentally, I think there's some out there who really need this reconnection to their spiritual nature. And part of the blocks they're experiencing is because of that weaker connection. They aren't really connected to themselves, which makes me wonder if they're walking in a completely different direction and need to be course corrected, because again, they've been playing someone else's game. That's not why we're here. We're here to play our game. It's your life. You call the shots, not someone else. Don't hand over control to anybody else. You are always in control. All right? And you have free will. So if you're in something that's making you feel lousy and miserable and there's no value in it, why is that your choice? Choose differently. Leave that one behind. Because look, it's just exhausting you. So the Four of Swords definitely speaks to rest and stillness and recovery, but it can also speak to exhaustion. This is allowing yourself to work until you literally collapse. That's not the answer. I'm hoping that we can get you to take your break and recover before we get to that point. All right? Ooh, I'm going to wrap it up there because this reading is already a little longer than I like them to be. But whoever needed to hear that, I hope you got it. Love you. But with that, I'm gonna send you guys out. Have an amazing day. Again, happy Ascension Day. Again, I just love that name. I love Ascension Day. As always, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. I hope today's message got through to who it needs to, and I hope you found something that helped you. As always, let me know in the comments down below what's going on with you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I hope you do. I hope you subscribe to my channel and come on back. We do this every day. And as always, if you want to book a private session with me, all that info will be in the description box. Send you guys lots of love. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.